Hello everyone, welcome to the practical of H7 module. So today we are going to try to have a look at several open access marine database, and we would like to compare one data to another, and also we would like to visualize it in different forms. So the first thing you want to have is basically to open your QGIS, and then we would like to have a look at the spatial data that we're going to download. So you can go to your module and you go to the very base, basically in module H7.2 segment 2, which is the last segment of today's lecture. And you can go to, firstly, you want to go to Gapco, okay? So you click on download.gapco.net, and then it will open a window. I will separate the window from another so I'm not confused. Okay, so this is basically the global graded bathymetry data in the world, okay? And what I want you to have is actually to have a look at the, can close this one. We will have a look at the Mariana Trench. Why? Because it's an area with quite dense hydrography data actually. You can actually show this. So you can see the TID grid. The TID grid is basically the the coverage of the bathymetry that is taken from ship. So you can see it like this. Okay. But in Gapco data, you actually download the mask, okay, the mask in which you can separate which one is from the field and which one is from satellite. So this bit, it means that they are taken from satellites. This one, if it looks very, very, how do you say it? If it's very neat, maybe it's from LiDAR, we never know. These ones are from ships as well, so you can actually see the coverage. But in here, we won't have a look at the TID grid. We will just have a look at the data. So what I want you to download is this boundary. So you want to have the longitude from 140 to 150. And for the latitude, it's going to be 10 until 22. Okay, so that's the area that you're going to download. You would want to download in GeoTIFF, and you can also download in S3 ASCII. Okay, we will see that. It's basically the same data, but in different format. I think GeoTIFF and S3 ASCII can be read both in QGIS. If you want, if you've got a space, okay, and you've got, if you've got time, actually, no, ASCII is quite big, so you can just download the GeoTIFF for now. Okay, later you can download the other one, and if you want, you can also download the TID grid just to see the coverage. But I would say just download the grid for now. Okay, so you can add to basket. Don't worry, it's not, you don't have to pay for it. It's just how it looks like. So you can just download your data, your GeoTIFF data. Okay, so while you're waiting for that data to be downloaded, we will go to another place. Okay, we'll open our PDF, and then we will go to GMRT. So this is another type of bathymetry data. So you just have a click in there, and you can, so yeah, it's downloading. My internet connection is not that good today. I don't know why. So it will take some time to download and even to load this. Okay, I think while we're loading this one, can I actually open another window? I don't know. No, not a good idea. So you want to input the same area. So that's 140 and 150. This bit is going to be 10 and 22. Okay. And then you can zoom into your area. So it's basically the same. So you can drag it by clicking the left mouse, and then you can scroll in and scroll out to zoom in and zoom out. While it's waiting, you can actually see areas in which, again, where you've got shipborne bathymetry data and where you've got data that is not shipborne. So you can click in here. So if you see my hand, that's going to be here. Okay, so it's around there. While we're loading the mask, so yeah, it's loading the data first, and then it will load the mask. The idea now is to only download an area in which you've got your bathymetry covered. Okay, so we'll be waiting for this. Yep, it will take some time. For me, it will take some time. Okay, almost there. Okay, that's it. So you can see the area is actually quite similar with this one. Okay, so actually they've got the data from more or less similar sources. Although you can see that you've got more sources in GEPCO compared to the GMRT, but GMRT itself, sorry, should be 22. It's a bit more data. It's a bit more user friendly for me personally. So you can create the grid file, and then you can choose the masked one, and you can choose your grid resolution. So this is going to be the size of each cell that you're downloading. I would suggest you to have probably, if you can, download the high resolution one. It's okay. So I will just download it into, I think GeoTIFF would work as well. So just do GeoTIFF. So it's the same with the other. GMT version 3 would work as well, but we'll do GeoTIFF for now. Normally I use GMT, but I'll download GeoTIFF for now. So it's the same with the other one. All right, so while it's loading, it will take quite some time. We'll go to our slide again, and then we'll go to GEPCO undersea features names. So we will click on the top one, and NGDC NOAA. It will be loading. Okay, it will be loading, and it's going to be interesting in here because, as you see, it's a globe. Well, while it's loading, actually, we'll just let it load. This one is finished, I guess, so I can close this. This one is still downloading. Okay, so you can see your globe looks like this, and you can see if I move this this mouse into the pointer into these points, it actually gives you information about what those things are. So you see there are ship mounts, sorry, not ship mounts. There are sea mounts in here, there are escarpments, there are basin. You can actually zoom it in and see how it looks like. And this is the area that we'll be working on, right? So we will have something, okay, error. Okay, apparently, so we will do this actually. Okay, my computer is not happy, so I will restart it. So the best idea is to make it directly into a map instead of a grid. So we'll be waiting for it to load. Yeah, so this is the same thing as we've seen. So instead of looking at it as a globe, okay, that's the globe, we will have a look at it as a map. So that's going to be easier to see as well. So again, we will go to Mariana. Okay, but in here, unfortunately, you cannot input your coordinates. So you need to kind of, you know, have a guess actually, but you can actually see your coordinates in here. So you would want to have the top left corner, which is the longitude would be 140. So 140 is around here. It's better to have it bigger. So if it's 140, then you want to have 119 point something and something. And then the top would be 22. So you want to have maybe 22 point something something. Okay, so that's your left boundary. Okay, oops, that shouldn't be like that. Yeah, I did it wrong. So what you can do is to select area, okay, and then you want to go to your area. So again, that's 139 something and 22 something. Okay, So have a click in there, and then you want to add your second one. That's going to be 150 and around 22 something. So yep, I think this one is good. Okay, you go down, that's going to be 150 and 10. So you need to actually go a little bit lower. So here probably, yeah, that looks good. Okay, as long as it's less than 10 and more than 150, and then this is going to be how you close it. So that's around 140 and 10-ish. So that's that. You right click to finish your selection. So right click in here. Oh, sorry. I'll do it again. So okay, so apparently you need to do you need to click in, yeah, around here. Okay. Okay, clear selection. That's how you do it. Okay, do it again. So you want to so you want to select again, select area. You want to select maybe more or less in here, there, there, and there. Just more or less. It doesn't have to be very perfect. So once you have it, once you have 4, you right click, and then that's the area that you will be downloading from. So you want to, you will have this result. So you can see that there are seamounts, there are guyot, ridge, a lot of things. You want to export your result as a shapefile. Okay. Just wait for it to be downloaded. While it is downloaded, you can actually move them into a place where you will be working on in your folder. Okay, so from your downloaded data, we will go to downloads. So this is the Gapco one. So you want to just open it, and then you can, it depends on, I think I will just drag it all the way. And then you will have your features. So you can open your features. Yep, and then you can just drag your features as well to your working folder. So my working folder is in Cat 8 Practical. And the last one would be your GMRT grid. So that's your GMRT. You can check it. You can check the name in here. So that's GMRT. So you'll go back to that. Yeah. And then you can just drag it in here. Now you can open it one by one. So for Gapco, you will have your grids. That's your grid. And these are basically just the term of use. You can have a look at it later. And then you can have a look at your features. So this is basically the point and line features. Okay, and then this is going to be your gridded data, but from GMRT. We will plot them in the next segment.